In poultry business, there are several challenges, like the one we are going through right now, an outbreak of a disease called Newcastle. And it is not strange. In almost every year, it's always available. It's an airborne disease. It is not like it's contacted from anywhere. And it goes through till the month of May, precisely. So it is not strange to us, just that this one that come this year look a bit strange to us because it's a very violent one. And it's so violent to a point where before you notice the outbreak, it has started taking your birds already. And once you see the sign that the birds are sleeping or they are looking funny, before you know it, they start dying in numbers. And the funny part of it is that you do all kind of medication and they seems not to respond to medication. In fact, there is one I have like a week ago. We have a total number of about 1,950, and we just noticed an outbreak. Before we know, started with 22, before you know, up to 30 something, 50, 60. In a question of less than 7 days, we've lost so much birds that even at the end of the day, we end up selling because they were not responding to treatment. In that 1,950, we only salvage about 700, which means we've lost about 1,250 in just a couple of few weeks. I know of a farm who lost about 900 birds in less than 1 week. At the end of the day, he has to sold what was remaining, and they were sold at a very cheap price. Birds that normally, if we are selling old layer, we sell for about 3,000, they were pricing us 1,000, 1,200. Newcastle as a disease really don't have any particular medication like a cure. Whatever we treat is a secondary bacteria that we treat actually. So the best way to curb Newcastle is to make sure that your biosecurity this time is top notch, and making sure that your birds' well-being is also top notch. Making sure that their immune system is very okay. You do your vaccination time to time. Then also spray your pen, like you can use vincoki, you can use a polydine, or you can use a mentofor, like any bacterial disinfectant to reduce the viral load in your pen and in the surrounding. Because this season, till May or so, this is going to be around, and it's always around. It's not like it comes from anywhere. It's an airborne. It's around us. So our biosecurity is very important, and the health of your bird is also very important. If your birds are okay, if their immune system is okay, it might be around you and you might not even suffer any losses. Your bird might not contact it and you won't have any problem. So biosecurity is very important. There is very little we can do to the Newcastle outbreak really, because according to my understanding, they said they have no cure. So the best way is to make sure it doesn't come close to your birds. Make sure your bird's immune are top notch so that you don't have to suffer losses. The poultry is quite expensive now. Feed, down to bed, rearing, anything you can talk about poultry right now is very expensive. It's capital intensive, so you don't want to joke with it because it doesn't come back easily. When you lose, coming back is always very difficult. Even if you go around, lots of farms are closing down even before the outbreak due to the high cost of poultry. People that we met in this business right now, they are no more. Many of them around this place. You go to area, you see about 20 farms and only 3 or 4 is in operation. The rest have closed down, farm for sale everywhere. The way it's going, if nothing is not done very, very soon, a lot of poultry might close down and there will be no egg in circulation. And when there is no egg, then we're about to be seeing things like malnutrition and all that. I don't think there's any feed right now that is less than 7,000 naira per bag, and that will feed about 200 birds. If your birds perform very well, which is maybe 80 or 80% above, you might likely have 5 crates. Looking at the cost of production for any farmer to remain in business right now, I think a crate of eggs should not be sold less than 2,100 from the farm. But also we have to look at it from the other side. Those who are buying the egg are not finding it easy to, because there's no money in circulation. Everybody's complaining of money, but last, what you put in determines how much you sell. And that's why a lot of farms are closing down, because it has become highly capital intensive. Before now, yeah, it used to be capital intensive, but it has gone like more than ×2 right now. What it costs you to set up a 2,000 poultry farm before is costing you almost ×3 of that to set it up now. And the profit margin still remains the same, if not less. So that's where the problem is. So if it's costing me a certain figure to set up a poultry farm like 3 years ago, it's costing me ×3 of that to do it now, and my profit margin is even lesser than what I make back then. So it becomes a problem. That's why a lot of people who have been in the business before now are checking out, and people don't want to put their money in because it's quite very high. And when they look at the profit from what you are investing, if it doesn't worth it, nobody will invest. Like the common mistake I've observed in so many poultry is putting so much money into fertilities that are not really important. That is the part. Because the more money you put in, the longer period it takes you to recoup your money back. So if you want to go into the poultry business, you must identify basic important things that you need to put your money in. There are so many unnecessary things around poultry that people put their money in that also lead to high cost of setting up a farm. You must identify them, remove them, and put the money into things, basic important things that you need to get your farm running.
In chicken, for example, there are a lot of challenges. Number one, financial challenges sometimes. The money to run the farm is one of our biggest challenge. Another one is mortality rate. Sometimes it's because of the closed house. We have a lot of farm around us. Some of the farmers, they know, used to do biosecurity, pop biosecurities in their farm. That is one of our biggest challenges here. Another one is the issue of Newcastle, especially during heat. Newcastle used to affect some of our farms here, and it's not like other diseases that have cure. They don't have a particular drug that can cure them. That's one of our second challenges. Another one is egg law. Sometimes when issue of this cashless policy, the buyer, the way the customer used to patronize before, they no come. We have issue with egg law. We have some people have like 1,000 crates, others with 2,500 crates of eggs, no buyers. That is one of our challenges. Sometimes our workers here, some of them, they are not, their hands are not clean. Their hands are not clean. If you leave farm for them, they will run you down. They will run your farm down. Some are just coming to make money and steal your things and go, while others are faithful. Some are faithful, and sometimes, you know, you cannot give them 100%. Like now, if you pick egg today, you have like 9 crates. If you are at the farm, tomorrow, the production will come down to 7. That means something is happened. From 9 to 7, not from, yeah, that means 2 crates don't mix. Next time, the thing will jump to 9. Later, the thing will just frustrate. You will know that somebody is tampered with your eggs. Another thing can be a weather sometimes. If the weather is hot, or they have issue with their drinker, especially the water system, they can bring the production down. But some of the workers sometimes, they used to do their own business. You can catch up with the person if you have experience. Because thieves always have experience more than the owners. They have 100% experience. But if you have your own experience, you can catch them. Unlike me, if I pick egg today together with you, I know how money I get. Tomorrow I pick, I know how many production I have. If I travel out or go to market my business and production crash, I will not question you. I will find out until I solve the issue. Some of them, even if you keep the egg in the store, they will remove in between. They will remove 1 or 2 pieces from each crate. At the end of the day, when customer come to swap the egg, you see that so-so's egg are not complete. That means you suspect somebody who is taking care of the chicken. As a young man, you should not wait for government to help you. I will advise the youth to wake up and start something. Even if it is little, they should start. From small, they will grow. They should not wait for government or waiting for long time, looking for white collar job. They can start like me. I start with 200 broiler. Now, see my layer, we are more than 1,000. And I have pigs, I have fishes. Also, they should not wait for government to looking for job outside. They should try to create job within what they have. The poultry industry in Nigeria is profitable. It's a lucrative business, it's profitable. Even you cannot lose except hazard. If you put 200 chicken, you make your money. If you put 500, the more your bird is, the more your profit multiply. There's somebody that have like 5,000 chicken and you have 1,000. Your profit margin is not the same. You understand? But it's a good business. It's a good business. Every day, people are consuming eggs. Even the old layers, the old layer can even give you the money that takes start the business. If you manage it well, egg is your profit, apart from the money for the structure. You cannot get the money for the structure in 1 year. You understand? But you can get it continuously.
These are laying beds. We call them layers.
Like how many of them do we have here?
We have 1,002. This is a section of the farm. We call it pen A. This is battery cage system.
And how many crates of eggs are we expected to get per day from this very pen A?
Present, this business depends on weather. We are in hot season. Their performance drops. When the weather is very conducive, just like you and I, you can easily sleep at night if there is rain and the weather is cool. For them, they do better and they lay more when the weather is cool, when the temperature is just normal. Presently now, what we have now is between 70 and 72%.
I know
from this
some
bed.
of the eggs are big and the others are kind of small. Why is that?
The answer is this finger.
Okay. Fingers are nice. Wow. Can I smell the farm?
Yes, we can go in. Can go in. So that is the answer.
Why are you shouting? Maybe the size.
You are new. Yes, you are new. You are not. They are not used to you, and they are telling others there is somebody who is here that we have not been seeing before. These ones are 1 year, 2 months.
You mean
The beds.
1 year, 2 months?
Yes.
I never knew we could keep the birds as long as that.
We keep them for 2 years before we sell off for meat.
Wow.
Yes.
So it means what I've been feeding outside last day?
No, it depends. It depends. If it's this color, it's not less than 1.5 years. So from 1.5 years, you can sell. Because by then they have given you back the money you use in raising them.
Are there more birds in the farm? Like broilers or just the layers?
We have some. You know, this, I told you the farm is in sections.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So as we move on.
section we'll be going to. I think I'm done with the layers.
Okay. So these are the first batch of birds, pen A. Yeah. Now,
Shed more light on this pen. Why?
okay, why pen A is, you know, in doing business, most farmers, the challenge is they don't keep records. If you don't keep records, you don't actually know maybe you are making profit or not. Record keeping is a very principal thing in farming business. Now, we call this pen A because all these birds here were hatched the same day. They grow up the same day. They are going to leave the farm the same day. So they are a set of birds. Now, what you feed them with, you calculate as they've started laying now. The brooding process, the growing process is in the past. But you now look at it, okay, I'm giving them 5 bags a day because they are 1,000 plus. I'm giving them 5 bags a day. Then these 5 bags cost me this. If you don't label pen A, pen B, pen C, and you just pick all the eggs, you will not know which one is giving you and which one is not giving you. By the way, when we are even picking, we pick the eggs per line, and we know what this line eats, so that you can be able to know this section, are they doing well or not with the food? Okay, this side and this side, why are they giving the same number of eggs? And the eggs on the best on this roll is more than what we have here. So that's the essence of those pen, those sectioning.
So, in summary, for me to do very well in business, poultry business or any business at all, I must learn the art of record
keeping is key, very key.
I've learned a crucial thing today.
Very
Thank
key.
you very much, sir.
Thank you. That's the water tank. Yeah.
And these things are like they serve as the nipple where they.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. I expected you to have asked me, how do they take water? This is, you see it?
Yes.
This one now is tasty. It's trying to take water. You see it biting my finger. Because it knows that this is where water comes. I just on it.
But you must have trained them to that.
No, you don't
There are
train
some
them.
cows that
You see,
look
when
at
you
they just put
when,
the plate and they drink water.
when you get used to animals, naturally you will see that this is a bright color.
Okay.
It's shouting color, red. Because it's shouting, the birds are curious. What can be this thing that is different from others? Then when they get there and pick, they see water. Tomorrow when they are tasty, they remember when I got to that sharp object, I got
So
water.
why human beings are careful of color red? It is okay
It
for them.
if they are attracted to it.
Wow. So it means birds are also intelligent.
Very,
They are
very,
not the only
very, very,
ones.
very, very intelligent.
So what next section of the farm are you taking me now? You want to tour around this farm?
Okay. This is the same thing as what we have seen here, but they are different. They are pen D.
Oh, we have some plants. That should be
Yeah, this is scent leaf. Then this is tobacco leaf.
tobacco.
Yes.
Your large case farm is
You see, this is how it's processed. It's matured. The cigar that we smoke, the cigarette, is made from this.
doesn't smell like it.
No, they add scents, they add perfume, they add all the what have you. But this is the tobacco that you see packaged and smoked. Why do we plant tobacco? It drives away snake.
Oh.
Snake.
So it's probably then we can't have snakes on this farm and these pets are
Birds
100%
safe. If snake gets here and sniff this, it gets intoxicated and sleep off. You just pick it and kill. So because of that, they will not even want to get close.
I never know snakes like this.
Like this now is matured. If there's an old man here, he will harvest.
So should we call this one pen D?
This pen D.
Pen D.
Yes. It's still the same thing that we have seen over there. I don't know, maybe you are interested in entering or it's still the same thing. Okay.
So these ones are older.
No, they are the upper one, that pen A, is 2 months ahead of this. So imagine 2 months if you are not selling eggs, your customers will go.
Because egg is very, very essential.
Okay.
Most persons do a whole lot of things with egg.
Egg.
You want to talk about the bakery, even the bread factory, they need this egg. In fact,
Now this pen B, if you watch these birds now, you see they are different from that one.
yes.
They still have much feathers.
Yes.
This is because they are younger. These ones are just 6 months. So we have finished growing them. You see just few eggs compared to what you saw on that side. They are new, they are starters. Very few eggs.
I think I slaughtered this very special bird was yesterday. And the egg inside was just small like this.
That's how every one of them. What you slaughter is the size of the first one. That one you will need to go for a biology class to see the egg formation, the process. So these are early ones now. They are just starting to produce. That's pen B. So these are our newest baby now in the farm, because our major business is actually egg production.
Why do we have this here?
Pussy!
Why do we have this here?
Yeah, biological control. There's what is called biological control of unwanted animals. In a poultry business, there is, you see, outside there, that's our feed house. What this thing feeds on is majorly grain, maize, soya bean. And the rodents, the cats, they feed majorly on maize and soya bean. So when you feed your animal, instead of your animal to eat what you are feeding them, what do you have? You have the cats running hectare-scatter to compete with the business you are doing. So instead of you allowing them to compete, you bring their husband, which is the cat. Once you have cats in your farm, the rats will disappear. So this is a biological control for rats. Instead of using chemicals to kill them and the smell of this, will kill it and eat it.
So basically, you don't buy this feed, you process the feed.
No, we buy feed. We buy it. We buy already processed feed. Yeah. Pussy. Sorry, be careful.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is this?
Sorry, we just sold this we sold the birds here during Easter celebration.
Wow, the cage used to be full.
Yes.
Oh,
This used to be our pen C. Now, if we go to the back, you will now see another species of bird. Those ones are called noilas.
We are really eating things in this.
With
Between noilas and broilers and layers.
layers, okay? So you see this is very big.
Really big.
Very big. So this is a noila.
Wow.
And this one is just the same, is 6 months and above. The same age with those ones we just saw in pen B there. Now these noilas, they are grown for their meats, but they are stronger than broilers.
They don't give us egg.
They produce egg like that. This one has laid. They produce egg, but they are not good producer of egg for business like layers. They are grown principally for their meat. Their eggs are bigger too than these ones.
One of his eggs, eh?
Yes, this is one of the egg. Like this is a female. This is a female noila. The entire section here was filled with noila, but you know, Easter comes with slaughtering.
With the chocolate in this country.